When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Hawkeyes offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter.
The expressway is wide open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. The run from the shotgun. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. As if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able. The 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First down here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Now facing a third and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Looking for room. It's Little. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Foster. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Maryland! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards.
7, Iowa 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Just needs a crack to get a return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
To the air, it's Foster. Quick completion on the out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. On the ground, it's Little.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Getting some heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
They didn't have to blitz. They brought the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
Now on third down for this offense. The snap sets up to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Offense gets set for second down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the defense doing work. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit this could be where the game turns right here.
To the ground with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Timeout, Maryland.
The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Paul.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
Looking downfield, it's Foster. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Maryland! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off play action on first down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll open the second half with a run. On the move at the 30. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires left. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Iowa has the ball back on offense.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Used the play fake. Now to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown! Terrapins.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Iowa, 0.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And it's some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but... in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wants to throw. It's Foster. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Wide open, he makes the catch. Off he goes. Touchdown, Maryland! And the route is on.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis.
The give to the tailback. Smashes through. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends on the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Hey, 5. A pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Running to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's Foster. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Line gets set, first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now the freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominant.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And whatever they did on down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Good timing on the quick out. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It
fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Foster. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Looking to throw it again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And that pass picked off. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Foster. He's not afraid to go deep. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Terrapins! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working. And
the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.